Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Eric and Holly gave one another a hearty greeting at the Brady pub. With Jude around, Eric figured things in the Dimmer estate had to be hectic. Holly was happy to see her brother again, but she was also saddened by Eric's loss of Jude. The fact that Tate was with his amazing big sister helped. According to Eric, Holly was upset that her mother did not think highly of her, but rather that she was a letdown. Eric reassured Holly that Nicole was pleased with her generosity and intellect. Holly objected to Therese's treatment of her and bemoaned the fact that she had only had one day off in the previous several months. Holly asked Eric to talk with Nicole on her behalf, and Eric said he wished there was more he could do. Eric mentioned that he was going out of town, so he couldn't fulfill Holly's request. Holly said how much she would miss him and attempted to convince him out of going. Eric was reminded by Holly that he understood the feeling of wanting to be with someone who was out of reach. Eric restated that he had no business meddling in Nicole's parenting. Holly said that she had often wished that her mother had remained with Eric. Holly believed that EJ didn't value or like her. Eric gave Holly the reassurance that EJ loved her and that Nicole and EJ simply had Holly's best interests in mind. Eric expressed regret that he was unable to assist Holly in her situation. Holly expressed her understanding. Eric and Holly affirmed that they will support one another no matter what. Eric got a message after Holly departed, offering him a position as a photographer in Paris. Brady contacted Kristen at Marlena and John's apartment to ask whether he could take Rachel to see a fireworks display. Brady was questioned by Kristen about whether she would have time for Rachel given her new position at Dimmer, and Kristen snapped at him for not going on a date. Kristen angrily declared that she would never fail to find time for her kid. Both of them acknowledged that their children meant the world to them, and she consented to let Brady pick up Rachel. Tate listened in on Brady's phone call. After Brady hung up, Tate urged his father to allow Tate meet Holly in order to show that he had meant what he had said about his children. Brady did not waver in his denial. Tate's behavior at prom caused friction between his father and son, and Tate became irate, insisting that nothing had occurred. The more his parents attempted to keep Holly and him away, the more the teenagers would want to be together, he said, asking whether they planned to stalk him for the rest of his life. Tate countered that he had been applying for jobs at country clubs and had been taking on greater responsibilities. Brady questioned if the club the Dimmers belonged to was the same one. Tate acknowledged that although he may run across Holly at the club, she wasn't the reason he was applying for the position. Brady advised the family to stand back from one another and give one another some space. He supported Theresa in her criticism of Holly and Tate, even though he thought she had overreacted. Brady rejected the notion of taking a summer job. Tate questioned Brady about his plans for the summer, and Brady produced a pamphlet. Tate studied the booklet and resisted Brady's suggestion to enroll him in a summer lacrosse camp. Brady argued that Theresa would have time to calm down during their absence, and he encouraged his son to consider it. Tate ripped up the leaflet and tossed it on the floor, saying he had given it some consideration. Tate confirmed that he would not be attending the camp, and Brady told him that Tate had no other option. Tate was more critical of Brady than he was of his mother because, with her at least, Tate knew what to anticipate. Tate ultimately became somewhat calmer, and Brady made his son see the camp's benefits. Tate contacted Holly after Brady had left the room to find out how she was doing. They both admitted to being unhappy. Tate asked Holly if she would consider Gabi toasted to her liberation with passionate kisses in the jail visiting room. Stefan assured Gabi that he would take her any place she wanted, including Buddy's Burger Barn in Paris. Response: Gabi said that her first priority was to get home. Ava went to supper with Kristen at the bistro. Kristen apologized to Ava for Harris's behavior in leaving the town to pursue Kristen's erstwhile sister. Ava thought Harris was leaving for other reasons, such as her tryst with Stefan. Ava was urged by Kristen to cease feeling sorry for previous events. She blamed Ava's previous connection with his twin brother Jake for her impropriety with Stefan. Ava acknowledged that Stefan and Jake could have looked similar, which might have contributed to their attraction, but she was certain that nobody else, particularly Gabi, would know about the affair. Ava was persuaded by Kristen that the secret was secure in her care. The ladies celebrated Kristen's promotion to Dimara with a toast. Ava mentioned going back to the bar for business, and Kristen gave her a nasty look like she was slinging hash for Roman Brady. She proposed having Ava work for her. At Dimara, Kristen argued that she needed a reliable ally. Plus, there would be the added bonus of infuriating EJ. Ava grinned and said, after the pitch, Kristen made an offer that I couldn't turn down. Angle later phoned Roman to let him know she had accepted a new position and to thank him for supporting her. Melinda came to the Dimara estate to brag to EJ about her immunity agreement. When she informed Nicole the truth about Jude, she smugly said that there was nothing EJ could do to hurt her. Melinda told EJ that she was seeking retribution for being fired from her position. Nicole entered the room and inquired about the situation as Melinda was threatening EJ. Melinda wanted to thank him, EJ said before she could reply. Nicole was told with great pleasure by Melinda that EJ had given her protection from prosecution. EJ had to pull his wife back as a furious Nicole yelled at Melinda over what Melinda had done to her. Nicole mentioned Eric, and Melinda thought maybe she could assist Eric. Mid-confession, Melinda was stopped by Gabi and Stefan. EJ rushed up to embrace the newlyweds, but Gabi raised her hand to prevent him from touching her. EJ exclaimed that the family will toast to Gabi's liberation with a bottle of bubbly. Although Melinda had promised to remain, EJ proclaimed a family get-together and hurried the objecting Melinda out the door. Gabi joked that it was good to be home, while Nicole said that she had been prepared to murder that duplicitous shrew. Nicole came over and expressed her wish that she and Gabi could get over their past as they were enjoying champagne. The two ladies thanked one another for their recent good fortune. Gabi and Stefan called in sick so they could have a hot shower together. Stefan went upstairs to shower with Gabi, and the two made the most of their alone time. Gabi said, I want one more thing from Stefan, in between kisses. She said, shave that damn mustache. Stefan made fun of her for it before grabbing a razor. Later, Gabi brought their reunion into the bedroom with a freshly shaved Stefan. Gabi contacted Ari after having love to Stefan, telling the girl she would come see her the next day. When Gabi concluded the conversation and cuddled up with Stefan, she exhaled blissfully. She told Stefan how much she had missed his arms and thanked him for avoiding other women's temptations. Stefan said, You are the only woman for me. While remorseful, Stefan was preoccupied with memories of his liaison with Ava. Gabi rested against his shoulder. EJ begged Melinda outside the mansion. She said she didn't think he could accomplish the job when he gave it to her. Melinda vowed to return inside and inform Nicole of the truth. Melinda was warned by EJ that she would be coming out as a baby napper if she revealed the truth. He brought up the possibility of Melinda serving as Dimara Enterprises' attorney. At first, Melinda was against the proposal as it meant working under Kristen, whom she detested due to Kristen's involvement in Haley's demise. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.